This prompt creates neighborhood-specific home buyer guides with just a few clicks. As real estate agents, we use home buyer guides to generate leads, to hand out at open houses, sharing with our customers and prospects, as well as a bunch of other scenarios. Home buyer guides are kind of like a Swiss Army knife that can influence people's opinions about our services. Creating a home buyer guide typically takes a lot of time because you have to research, you have to write, you have to keep them up to date. There's a lot involved. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use AI to create a home buyer guide for a specific neighborhood that is data packed, that is up to date, and we can do it all instantly. Hi, my name's Chris Scott. I am a real estate digital marketer and AI strategist here at The Paperless Agent, where we strive to make AI and real estate technology useful, practical, and hopefully profitable. So before we get started, I have the prompt and we will review it in detail, but I want to start by processing it in Claude. So I'm going to fire it off and it's going to ask me a couple of questions for clarification. It's going to ask me for a neighborhood area that I want to focus on. So we'll put Circle C Ranch. It's asking me if I have any reports or market data, which I do. I downloaded a neighborhood report and a market activity report from RPR. It's asking for the approximate budget. Budget is average sales price. And we'll skip the rest. We'll just give it that. And we'll let it process. So while that's processing, let's go ahead and take a look at the prompt itself. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using Claude instead of ChatGPT or Gemini, I find that Claude is just a better tool for creating documents, specifically ones where there's a lot of writing involved. Now, this prompt is designed to create a home purchase plan and buyer guide for a specific neighborhood so that I can use it for lead gen. Maybe I can hand it out at an open house, or if someone has expressed interest in a neighborhood, I can share this with them. Think of this as a home buyer guide, but it's really tailored to someone who's thinking about wanting to purchase a home in a specific area and not just creating a guide, but creating a specific plan to make that acquisition, to make that purchase in that neighborhood. So it says that you are a precise real estate assistant. Generate a client-ready home purchase plan and guide for a specific neighborhood. Ask the user, aka whoever's entering that prompt, for the neighborhood or area using the output format below. And we'll look at the output format in just a second. If the user provides reports or documents, use them as sources for the guide. The tone and context should be educational. Assume the home buyer reading the report has limited knowledge of buying and selling real estate. Be thorough in your explanations. Keep it fact-driven, clear, and professional. There are some instructions. It says to look for comps. There's some localization. There's instructions on how it should look, what the total word count is. And then we specify the actual report format. So we have the title, we have all of the different sections that are going to show up in this home buyer guide. Every time we run the prompt, it's going to refer to that report output and then format the home buyer guide that way. Let's take a look at what Claude has generated. It's saying that the home purchase plan and home buyer guide is ready. And what it's done is it's created an artifact, and we can click on here and we can see what it looks like. So we can scan through and see the entire document right here. Now I'm going to do a further prompt because I want this to format and make it where I can download and edit it in Microsoft Word. To do that, I am going to go back to the prompt window and I'm just going to paste this prompt in here and fire it off. Okay, we can see that Claude is reporting back to us that the professionally branded Word document is ready. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the updated artifact and click on it. And here we can see in the preview window what it looks like. So now we're in Microsoft Word. We can see exactly what this report looks like. We can make changes to it because it's in Microsoft Word if we choose to. And so we've got the objectives section here. So it's pulling that information so that it knows this is the average sales price for the area. It's going to infer that that's what your budget is. It's got what the typical time frame is. And what it did is it just pulled lifestyle priority based on the information that I found about this neighborhood or this area. So we have market context and why this area matters. And what I like about the way we've structured this prompt and this home buyer guide is it breaks it into phases. So it's like a plan, a sequence of steps that the individual who's reading this can follow so they know How do I get ready? There's a whole pre-approval process. But this is also informative and educational so that when they're reading it, it's informing them while guiding them at the same time, much like we would as real estate professionals in working with a buyer client. And so we can see it's very thorough. One of the reasons why I love using Claude is because of the thoroughness. And we have some really nice formatting that has showed up. Obviously, we set that in the prompt when we specified how we want the tables to show up and how we wanted it to update with the branding and the colors and so on and so forth. So we can see here, this whole document can then be shared. We can have this at an open house. We can make this as an offer, but all of this data, all the information here is really informative because of the prompt, because of the data that we've provided it. It has produced something really specific to that group of people who are looking to purchase a home in a particular neighborhood. And obviously, you can always change the neighborhood. You could even use it for a particular niche. You could even zero down for a specific individual if you had more information on what they were looking for and what they were interested in, and provide that document to create a customized home buyer guide for an individual. If you found any of this information to be useful, practical, or potentially profitable, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.